this is really a big story because this has led to protests. It deals with farmers and the farming sector, the agricultural sector, the only sector which was in the green, which was positive, the ray of hope or harvest of hope. Now there are amendments or ordinances that have been proposed. There is a huge row over new farm bills. Farmers have opposed these three broad changes. This new ordinance is going to allow produce to be sold outside mandis, as the government has been saying. Many crops to be out of the purview of Essential Commodities Act. Contract farming is likely to be promoted. Now, it's very important to understand what the farmers are saying and why are they apprehensive. They feel, as of this moment, that the government wants to eliminate the minimum support price mechanism, that the government wants to promote big corporates. The government on its part has given a reasoning. Their argument is that the farmer can sell produce anywhere. Ordinance is going to change the fortunes of the farmers for the first time since the Green Revolution. Farmers are going to get minimum support price even outside mandis. And the Congress is misleading farmers. This is the government's version. But then why has there been a rethink as far as the government's own ally, the Akali Dal, is concerned? Akalis first supported this ordinance and now they say that the centre did not speak to them. They have told the BJP that the party will vote against the bill. I don't know what their future course of action is going to be. The Punjab government has said that they will move court against the Essential Commodities Act. They say that this is a conspiracy against the farmers of Punjab. So we, before kick-starting this all-crucial debate, want to ask these few big questions. Is this ordinance anti-farmer and wholesalers? Will this new policy help corporates, the main allegation? And also an important point, is the opposition really misleading farmers? Could that be the case? Let's put this to debate because the future of the farming sector or the agriculture sector is at stake. I want to welcome all our guests this evening. We've got Yogendra Yadav, National President of Swaraj India, Sunil Jakhar, Punjab Congress President, as well as former MP. We've got Shiraj Hussain, former Secretary Agriculture of Government of India, Mahesh Inder Grewal, Akali Dal spokesperson, and we also have Geeta Bhatt, who's a political analyst. Thank you very much to all of you for participating in this extremely crucial debate. I want to begin with you, Mr. Jakhar. Why does the Congress party feel that this new ordinance is anti-farmer?
Sanketji, let's put the question the other way around. Why should I believe this government? When they are talking in the double speak, they constituted Shanta Kumar Committee, which recommended dissolving or doing away with FCI. They talked about doing away with this food security, bringing it down to 67% to 40%. And they are talking about Gadkari Sahab after the ordinances had been cleared. Gadkari Sahab that said the government purchase at MSP of the crops is a burden on Indian economy. So the question is not of MSP. Question is this MSP regime was tailor-made to herald in Green Revolution. This is why Punjab or Haryana did so well, because this is where all the crop, in fact this time around this year, Punjab produced 1 crore 82 lakh tons of wheat, out of which 1 crore 28 lakh tons of wheat came to the mandis, and every single grain was purchased for the FCI by the government agencies. This surety, this guarantee that all farmer has to do is to produce, and government will buy his crop at the MSP. This is a guarantee which is in danger now because of the intent of this government is clear. They want to pass on this burden of food subsidy. The basic concept about this, Sanketji, is very short time, but I want to say is that they want to pass on this burden of subsidizing food for the people, like the 67% wheat at 2 rupees a kg, paddy at chawal at 3 rupees a kg. This is costing the government 3 lakh crores every year. They want to do away with it and let the farmer deal with it. There are 23 other crops other than wheat and paddy which are selling at 50% of MSP. Why doesn't the government try to ensure that, let's say, maize or for that matter cotton or the pulses, they are purchased at the MSP? Because they want to bring in the big corporate houses. And let me just briefly tell you, Sanketji, After pharmaceuticals, this agri-business is the one which has the highest margin, not for the farmer. Farming itself is not paying, but those who are dealing with in food business, all these big companies, Marshall and Bunges and the Dreyfus and Cargill and AWB, they are the major giants which they want to bring in along with their Indian partners.
Okay.
So for us, Sanketji, last word I want to say,
Yeah.
for us, especially in Punjab or the farmers, farming is a way of life. For BJP, is a business opportunity which they want to hand
Sure.
over on a platter to the big corporate houses,
Okay.
and we will not permit it.
Okay, Professor Geeta Bhatt, I want to come to you before I go to Yogen Yadav. Professor Bhatt, you have heard what Mr. Jakar has said. He has raised some concerns. Many farmers are out on the streets. Now, the BJP may allege, or the government may allege, that it's the Congress's doing or the opposition's doing. But the point is, do you feel that at the very least, an effort should have been made to allay these fears, to soothe these frayed nerves, to communicate more? If there are things that you feel go in your favor and this will herald in a new, a new future for the farmers, then do you think that you failed to communicate, so much so that your own alliance partner is not convinced? Geeta Bhatt. You as in the government.
Yeah, I do understand. Well, you see, Sanketji, well, partially I do agree that maybe the reality and the whatever these ordinances hold in terms of communicating it to the farmer community, there may have been some lack in it. But we do all know that the APMCs, they were constituted because they were meant to give a fair trade to both the suppliers and to the farmers. But it has been observed that that is not how they have been operating. There are a very few selective traders who used to monopolize these APMCs, and each one of them have got different acts and regulations in the states. They are not uniform across all the states, and there was a kind of a cartelization which was there. And because of that, the Standing Committee on Agriculture that had recommended these changes, there was also a high-powered committee of the chief ministers, which has 7 or 8 chief ministers were there. They together had recommended these changes. Also before that, in around 2017 or 18, the government had also released a model APMC's changes which the state governments were supposed to do, but they did not do, and it was all meant to facilitate the poor farmers who actually never got a chance to reach to these mandis, to these APMCs. So through these changes, through these ordinances, basically it is a platform which now becomes open. In very simple words, while earlier the farmer had to go through the route of the mandis, now it is an open market. The farmer can sell it to a retailer, can sell it to an individual, can sell it to an organization, can use the electronic platform, which we are doing for selling utensils, clothes, garments. In the same way, the farmers will have an open market where they can actually earn what is due to them.
The point is different.
This is basically going to an open market, and this is.
Then in that case, have you failed to communicate this to the farmers? Why are they apprehensive? I mean, look at their concerns.
Well, yes, there could. I told you that I partially agree that there may have been a reason that the information has not been, communicated in a proper way, which can be done now. And I think the various organizations,
for a government which has championed, Yogen Yadav, a government which has championed communication, is now perhaps finding it unable to convince people, in fact, its own alliance partners, that this is good for the farmers. What do you think, Yogen Yadav?
I should thank Dr. Geeta Bhatt for making my job so simple. She has reminded and conceded that APMC have always had problems. There was a model act meant to rectify the deficiencies in APMCs. And she kindly reminded us most state governments did not pass that. So my first question is, how many BJP state governments did not pass it and why? Or to put it differently, has any BJP government passed that act so far? State governments are not coming from another party. They are from your party, number one. Number two, There is a communication problem, she says. Geeta ji, I am very happy to become ambassador for your party and propagate it to everyone.
No, it is not my party. Yogendra Yadav ji, I would like to correct you.
Sure.
It is not,
She's a political analyst. Her
Okay,
views
BJP.
lean towards
Sure,
the ruling
sure.
dispensation. Yeah, Yogen Yadav.
Number two, I want to believe Mr. Nadda and I want to be the ambassador for what he's saying. But please name me one clause in the act that says, Mr. Nadda says today, MSP is assured, don't worry. The other panelist in another show said MSP is sacrosanct. Please point out one act, ordinance, clause, section, anything that assures that MSP is here to stay. I would become ambassador for the party and I would say this is the best thing. Number three, BJP says procurement is here to stay. As Mr. Jakhar has pointed out, for the last 6 years, the party has introduced umpteen documents to suggest they want to do away with procurement. But I'm again willing to believe BJP. Show me one policy document that assures me that a procurement is here to stay. Number four, yes, you want to give options to farmers. Incidentally, it is complete lie to say farmers did not have a freedom to sell anywhere. In this country, there's not a single law that prevents farmers from selling anything anywhere. 65% of agriculture produce are sold outside mandis. Probably people don't know about this. But you want to give them another option? Lovely. Create private mandis? Great. Why don't you create a level playing ground? That is to say, the tariff and the taxes charged in the Sarkari mandi and the private mandi will be the same. Then I want to see how many private mandis will come up. And finally, the fifth thing. The government wants to tell me that they really want to give farmers the best chance to sell their produce at the highest price. How lovely. You know what has this government done yesterday? I'm not speaking of an earlier time. Yesterday, Maharashtra farmers had an opportunity to sell their onions for a high price. And what has the government done? The Union Government of India has done. They have put a ban on export of onions so that farmers cannot earn more. Do you want a better proof of the intent of this government?
Okay, very compelling arguments that have been made. I'm going to come back to you, Geeta, but first, Mr. Grewal, what led to your party's switch or flip from your earlier decision of support to now no support?
Sanket ji, first of all, I must clarify that it's never a U-turn in Akali thinking. Akalis from the zero day are for the peasantry, and India after independence has got three farmer leaders, and Sir Prakash Singh Badal, Chaudhry Devilal and Chaudhry Charan Singh after Sir Chotu Lal. So we have these three tallest farmer leaders,
So
and
you said you never supported this.
Akali Dal has a privilege to have Sir Prakash Singh Badal as its patron. From the zero day, the Akali Dal said that Akali Dal will never compromise if the MSP for the wheat or the rice, which is in practice for last so many years, is stopped. We will be against if assured procurement of these produces
But
are
Mr. Grewal,
not
the government,
carried out.
Mr. Grewal, the
I'd
government
say-
is saying, you are the government, and the government is saying that no, that will not happen. They are assuring, of
See,
course, it's not a document.
It's
not a policy document. But
Just
these are
let me
words.
complete.
Sure.
We as a party were taken unaware. We were not aware that a group of chief ministers committee was formed last year in 2019, and Punjab was one of those 7 chief ministers. And the Punjab present finance minister participated in those meetings and agreed to the proposals made by the government. It was stunning when we came to know during the bill presentation by the Minister of State. Now the hard luck of the Punjab peasantry and the Shromani Akali Dal is that the Congress, which issued their manifesto in 2014 parliamentary election, 2019 parliamentary election, and 2017 Punjab Assembly election, they committed, which they are now opposing. Now the reason for our opposing is different. And Mr. Yogendra Yadav said that which state assembly, the present Punjab government even amended the AFMC Act. They allowed the private mandis. They allowed the e-trading. All those things were allowed, and it's a matter of record. In August 2017, this passed. And Then
Okay.
they formed
No, I get your point, Mr. Garewal, very
I
quickly.
I
Since
just
I'm running
come
out
to
of
your
time,
point.
I have to also go to Mr. Hussain.
See, I'm just coming to you.
Yeah.
Now, what happened? After this, we contacted various farmer organizations, important individual farmers. They expressed their apprehensions for three things. First, that entering of private players and contract farming will be harmful, and the small farmers will be almost leased out from the game when the big people will take their land for lease for a long period. Second thing, they had apprehension that once the private players come into the picture, ultimately it may not end this MSP system. There are other apprehensions also, as our President Sir Sukhbir Singh Badal told the Parliament last night, that as Jio started with a free service and when it was successful, they made high charges. So Akali Dal is committed to and protect the farmers'
Sure.
interest.
How
And
far
we
are you
were-
willing to
we-
go as
yes,
far as protecting
yes,
in your
yes.
position?
Ma-
I mean, to a
I'll
point where
make
you
it
will
clear.
break away from the...
Yes, I tell you, yesterday a high-power delegation met Mr. Nadda, and we made them very clear that if government will insist for passage of this bill in the present form without taking the farming community into confidence,
Then?
removing their apprehensions and the grievances, Shromani Akali Dal will vote against it. And we have made it even today
Okay.
clear that
Mr.
when
Hussain,
the
I want to come
ordinance
to you.
two-
Okay,
two
Mr.
other
Garewal has made his
ordinances
point
come.
of his party. You also accuse the Congress party of being in the Punjab government, being part of this meeting. So I'll come back to you, Mr. Jakar, for a quick right to reply. But Mr. Hussain, I want to bring you in at this moment. How do you look at this situation? I mean, which argument do you find more convincing?
See, the thing is that the marketing system of India is in need of very serious reforms. We have seen that even in Punjab and Haryana, a number of agricultural commodities are traded outside the APMCs. So in Punjab, if we take basmati paddy itself, a lot of basmati paddy is sold outside the mandis. Now somehow, because of very high level of procurement, the state APMCs and through the APMCs, the state government earns about 3,500 crores from the central government. And therefore, the state fears that if procurement starts taking place outside the APMCs, then the state will lose this revenue. So that is one. The second point is that the commission agents get 2.5% of MSP every year. So once MSP is hiked, as it was done 13% for paddy in 2017-18, the commission agent's commission also goes up. Without adding any services, his commission also goes up. So commission agents are opposed to it. The state government is opposed to it. Now come the farmers. As far as farmers are concerned, they think, and rightly so, that the government may reduce procurement. Now, I have a point here. I have served in both UPA and NDA. Therefore, I can say, that I have been an insider.
Sure.
That year after year, if the government goes on procuring much more than its requirement, then it is very burdensome for the government. So in case of rice, our requirement is about 37 million tons. We are procuring about 50 million tons. In case of wheat, our requirement is 30 million tons. We are procuring 40 million tons. So country has to find a way of reducing rice procurement in water-stressed regions of Punjab, Haryana and Western UP and moving rice procurement to Eastern India. And the country has to find a system of reducing the procurement so that this extraneous burden on the budget is reduced.
Okay. I think this is an extremely important issue. This is going to come up. The government has said that it will move forward. Will the concerns of the Akali Dal be factored in? And if that doesn't happen, I know it doesn't change the absolute numbers for the government. So math is well sorted. But is this going to be an embarrassing situation? More importantly, forget the numbers. Will this be right for our farmers or not? This deserves a greater and a bigger debate, perhaps, in the Parliament. Thank you very much to all our guests.